Good morning, Beefy. Midwives are fabulous and magical like unicorns, only better. 30th of June today, and in 4 days' time, the 4th of July, back in 1991, that's when I started my midwifery training. What a long time ago that was. So I thought I'd wear this today. That's being up the sisters. Anyway, we're going back way before 91, 20 years before then. Early 70s. Just quick. Joni Mitchell, one of my all-time favourite artists. Big Yellow Taxi is probably her most famous hit, but there's other ones. This is a four CD box set. When I heard this was coming out, I thought, oh, lovely. There's an LP stuff. And when I got round to doing it, I looked at the price of the LP box set. It was how much? So I got this. I think I bought this for 30, 35 quid. I looked yesterday. It's about 50 now, which yeah. Joni, it's her singer-songwriter, fabulous singer-songwriter. Her and a guitar, sometimes a band, personal journeys. She's been had a lot of health issues. I think she might have had a mini stroke. She's 78 now, but just fabulous. The emotion that she shares. Anyway, this ain't about horrible CDs that are fine. I'm talking about Yusuf, Cat Stevens. It came in the shrink, and this sticker was just peeled off and put it on. Anyway, a bit about Yusuf Cat Stevens. I'll interchange his name. Had to make notes. I saw him. His whole set was on BBC on Glasgow, and I was just blown away. So he was born in 1947, which makes him 76, a couple of years younger than Joni. And he said at the time, and he's put it on social media, that in 1965 he walked into a bar club in Soho and performed. So he was 18 the year that I was born. It's like, oh wow. So I'm going to read. I just wanted to just get it out. I tried to commit this to memory, but I couldn't. So he wasn't born Cat Stevens. I think Stevens might be his surname. Um, his dad was a Cypriot. His mum was Swedish, so a bit of a multi-faith background. As a kid, I think "Morning Has Broken" was probably the song I heard most because remember, I think I've said before in my journey, I didn't have a choice of what I listened to when I was a small child. So whatever my mother was playing and whatever Radio 2 was playing. But yeah, you've got "Morning Has Broken," "Wild World," "First Cut is the Deepest," "Father and Son." I didn't realise when he did his set, "Matthew and Son" was him, which is okay, it's one of his earliest. I think that was 67. It's so different from what he normally does. And with "First Cut is the Deepest," "Father and Son," Rod Stewart did a couple of his songs. And Boyzone, I think it was, did "Father and Son." Let's just say nothing beats the original, which is a nice way of saying those covers are fucking awful. His style. Oh yeah, he played with Jimi Hendrix and other. He did mention it on his Glasgow performance. So it's what you think the man is, but no, he was there in the 60s, so he was part of the 60s and 70s. His influences: blues, jazz, a bit like Joni, I suppose you could call it maybe folk music. I don't know. It's a man and a woman and her guitar, sometimes playing the piano. A man and his guitar, sometimes play the piano. And oh, that's that. If nothing beats the original. So on Glasto, he played his back catalogue, 55 years of hits. It's amazing. He played a lot from the quite astutely, I think. Played from his new LP. So I watched it either Saturday, I think it was on Sunday I watched it. Yeah. Or the LP. It either came Monday and Tuesday, and I've played it a couple of times. Well, I've streamed. Tea and the Tiller Man was one of his first ones. I think offhand. Should have made a list, but I didn't. Yes, his style hasn't changed. When he found, that's the proper word to say, Islam, he'd be, yeah, I respect him for that. He's been done quite a lot of humanitarian things, and I forgot what to say now. Never mind. So, King of a Land. This is raised embossing. It's flat. There's the back cover. Now, when I ordered it, it said you get it's a single LP, but a gatefold. Comes with a booklet and the vinyl, which was sort in. So this is a thick card. It's amazing. Now the booklet is this. This is I've practiced this, and this is going to be glossy. It looks like so. Just track listings, the lyrics, and pictures. It's amazing. I mean, just talk about what you get. You know, yes, it is about the needle going round the grooves, but this is just the message of his songs. As I said, great bit of art. That's amazing. That's his message. His yeah. We're all on a journey, and he's just his personal journey so beautifully written and sung, and his voice really hasn't changed that much. Some people you do notice as they get older. I mean, if you say from Matthew and Son, Morning Has Broken, 50 years ago, call that 100%. Glasto live, not in a recording studio, he's at 95%. Okay, he's not booming songs, so he's not testing his vocal cords all the time, but he's still got, and his sense of humour, is just brilliant. It's just brilliant. This is fantastic. And just the band members, and forgetting it, I think we get to dedications and stuff. And then the last, I'll show this. Him and the band. And for 76, yes, he's grey. Oh, I'm going grey. Amazing. Now, DRP kind of gives it away. I know that you enjoy this beefy. Green, translucent vinyl. That's side A. Side B. What I've noticed is, I'll put it down, the production on this Richie Sakamoto on the clear vinyl, LID's Okoa, Lady Black, albums which have come out. The production, often you hear audiophiles, and I've said it before, when you put the needle into the groove, you sometimes get clicks and pops, and it's silent. But then the production, again with Richie Sakamoto and other ones as well. I was listening to some the other day, And I can't remember what album I was playing. And it just sounded so closed in. And there's the thing about what it was made for. You know, if you're playing something, if the record's going to be heard on a little mono transistor radio back in the day, it was compressed into that because you had this tiny little speaker whose dynamic range was tiny, so that it was equalized to sound good on the crappy stuff. But these days, the thinking is, you know, okay, I've got a decent. It's not the best, but the soundstage. I mean, speakers. Yeah, which I made. What? 2005. So I made in 2005 Ashes, and also I've got used to them and this, that, and the other. Yeah, with hi-fi, people say, "Oh, you got the speakers." The biggest factor in listening to music, the human listening and what mood you're in. So I was excited to hear what it sounded like. That's it. So quiet. The music, the soundstage just fills the room. The instruments are just perfectly placed. His voice is in the centre. There's a bit of stereo, sort of goes things moving from speaker to speaker. But the message, there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 songs. Train on the Hill, King of a Land, Pagan Run, He is True, All Nights, All Days, Another Night in the Rain, Things, Son of Mary, Kindness, The Boy Who Knew How to Climb Walls, How Good It Feels, Take the World Apart. It's just a message of hope, his journey, his thoughts. Yes, he embraces the Islamic faith, but is it secular? Multi-faith. That's my, you know, just a message of kindness, of hope, of freedom, of not giving up, of optimism, and it's just brilliant. Absolutely, king of a land. Yeah, and I think it's just a good. I'm the king of my land, my little, I don't know, so many square feet and beautiful sunshine and a garden full of, I don't know, sweets. They're yellow though. Got the bees coming to it. It's, yeah. So for a Friday morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, give it a try, Beefy. Again, you taught me, we talked about soca and dancehall, and I'm sending you the other way. It's just, yeah, a man, his feelings, you know, a 76-year-old still going strong. And there's hope and love and peace in the world. What more do you want? Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you soon. And second coffee of the day. You take care, brother.